Alright then, guys, here's the bench seat off the battle truck. We're already fixing it because the thing wouldn't even fold all the ways like they used to do. So we actually paid a Mexican guy to reimpulsor it, and then when he put it back together, I think he screwed up the hinge, so we need to fix that. Gonna be replacing the pump for that wipers. Got the fluid drain out there. We're still doing some more cutting on the lift gate, as you can see. There's the destruction of the box. Gonna be taking my roof off soon. This box is just too infested with black widows, and it's just dangerous. We took the rest of the tires off earlier, and I realized that this thing had those adapter things that make the tires stick out far for handling. It's got really rusted brake disc. But yeah, because we need to replace the tires because they're old, dried out, and leaking air. This one here was flat, and it really sinked in the ground. But the mostly tire that sinked in the ground is this tire. That's deep. This is actually the update what's been going on, but we're gonna be using a pressure washer and pressure wash this whole thing. It's usually typical saggy GM doors. Don't even line up. Yeah, it's usually hard to get the keys. I was actually lubing the windows and the doors earlier with that WD-40, and I actually got the dome light to work again. Still a lot more to come. I was doing more work on this thing. Did a cheap fix with the dashboard. I used duct tape, clear tape, to help hold it down because the dashboard likes to expand up from the heat. Tape works for everything. I'm gonna be looking on eBay or something like that for new lens, new radio, new armrests and stuff. I can get them for cheap these days. Actually, earlier the radio has just started to have its clock working again. Which the clock is broke. It's stuck at 1 o'clock. You try to set the time, it doesn't do anything because it's Delco is a piece of shit. Them and their cheap digital shit, and they're good stuff. But if you treat them good. Still going. All the lights still work. Oh yeah, the power steering still works, but it's stiff because I think it's low on fluid. Actually, before jacking the thing up, the steering was hard to move. Of course, all that weight that's in the front. But it works great. Horn still works. Wipers don't work. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's a wiring problem, common problem. Parking brake's worn out. I had to take the radio out to lube up this control, so now they move light as a feather. Yeah. Hadn't got to the headliner yet. Yeah, choose the perfect weather to do this in. Kind of like these WD-40s that have the flexible straws on them. It's an SL. SL is the model that doesn't have no options. Gonna be replacing the mat. Yeah, a lot more to come. White smoke. No rust on the cab. Not bad for a truck that came from Michigan when it was new. Just for you guys, I want to ask you guys a question. Is there supposed to be a panel back here? Because there's one down there. I don't know if these trucks supposed to have like a panel there. I can look it up on the internet. Both sides kind of has that problem. So yeah, hope you guys liked this video, and let me just do an update on the engine. Even this thing still turns on, even the truck is off. This one actually, this radio still works. It's just that the button here is just broke. It's pushed in too far. You can't even get it to push onto anything. And if I get the new, this is not really a radio. This is just a controller thing. The stereo is actually down there. I lubed up the hood latch because I always have to bang on it to get it to open. We've been cutting this thing off. That's why the screwdriver's here. That's why the saw and the ladder's there. Took the tank out. Yeah. Pretty soon this thing's gonna be back on the road to the point where we can drive this thing. We're gonna scrap this box, and after that, when it's gonna be cab and chassis, we're going to respray and clean up the frame. This is actually going to be a complete restoration to this thing. Going to respray it. Of course, it's all faded and all that. Going to get new emblems. That one's melted. This doesn't look too bad for being melted. That's not going to bug me too much. It's well ventilated. Yeah. This thing is solid though. I don't see any rust falling out of it. It's just rust free. So yeah, hope you guys liked this video, and comment for any questions. But yeah, not too far away. These springs are still good. This box is so rusty. The 3500 HD SL. And this is the truck that's the custom detail series.